Good afternoon. Turn that off. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. Oh, I got to take this off. Sorry. There we go. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until probably about 5 o'clock today. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a great day. I'm having a great day. Got a little water got into the basement, I guess from the storms. Because, I wasn't over here yesterday. So I see where some water was over there. I got to go and make sure I clean that up real good. Leave that little window open over there, and then the water comes down and it drains over here. It is what it is. That's what happens when you have an older house sometimes. Let me see. Let's get to what everybody actually came here for. Everybody actually came here really just for one thing. I know what it is. Y'all want to see me say hello to people. And that's what I'm about to do. All right. If you're new, the way that we operate here is I start the show. You come in, you say hello, good afternoon, whatever, preferably something along the lines of good afternoon, your highness. All respect due unto you. And I'm checking in from whatever part of town or state, city you're from. And I say hello to you. And then we do that for a few minutes. And then I go to talking about what I want to talk about. A lot of people leave once I get to talking about what I want to talk about because they just came to see me say hello. I understand. Don't hurt my feelings at all. All right. Let's see. Start at the top. Good afternoon, Preston Smith. Preston's representing Avondale. Sea Breeze. Good afternoon. Says happy Friday Eve. E-Man and the AE crew. Got Nathaniel Livingston says, let's get it. I'm first in line today. Beat you suckers. You won first. But he was close. Sea Breeze says she's representing sunny Boston. Maria in the house. Maria representing North College Hill. Good afternoon, Maria. Good afternoon. I don't know if I said good afternoon to Nate. Good afternoon, Nate. Good afternoon. Let's see. We got Nick in the house. Good afternoon, Nick. Nick representing beautiful Blue Ash. Anthony's in the house. Anthony's representing the Wood. Good afternoon. Pat Rogers in the house. Good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon. Steban. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Carolyn, hating on my clock. Don't hate on my clock. Don't hate on my clock. I'm sensitive. Good afternoon, Carolyn. Good afternoon. Got Fame. Fame in the house. He's on YouTube representing Newtown. All right. Can't beat that. And good afternoon. Lead off with good afternoon and then hate afterwards. See? That's Carolyn, good afternoon. Let me see. Daryl in the house. Daryl in the house. Good afternoon, King of Talk. And the AE Familia. Checking in from the good section of Forest Park. All right. Just finished watching Wyatt. And again, if you don't watch Wyatt, I encourage you to watch it. It's a good show. And I'm going to challenge Wyatt on something today. But he was talking about Forest Park that fell off. So Daryl's saying he's from the good section of Forest Park. Phyllis in the house. Phyllis, good afternoon. Good afternoon. And thank you. Thank you. DeWanda. Good afternoon, DeWanda. Good afternoon. Says yesterday I was missed. Oh yeah, I would apologize. I can't apologize for it because what I was doing I had to do. But I appreciate y'all. And I did send out a message when you be typing stuff and autocorrect and you driving and you text messaging. Or I guess technically that's not text messaging. When you're driving and posting on Facebook and like that autocorrect happens, sometimes you don't see it. So it said afternoon experience today instead of no experiment. I'm still afternoon experience is kind of what this transformed from. But it was supposed to say no afternoon experiment today. And man, people had to let me have it about that. I don't understand what he trying to say. Y'all knew what I was trying to say. Acting like y'all didn't know. But good afternoon, DeWanda. Good afternoon. Got LaDonna in the house. LaDonna representing East Price Hill. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put the little chat overlay on there. There we go. LaDonna representing East Price Hill. Let's see. Terry, good afternoon, Terry. Representing downtown. Good afternoon. Got Twin in the house. Twin say, what up, little man? What up, big man? You got like a whole inch height-wise on me. So, all right. I guess you the big man. I'm the little man. Tria in the house. Tria representing Columbia Township. Good afternoon, Tria. Good afternoon. Dina. Good afternoon, Dina. Got Valerie in the house. Good afternoon, Valerie. Valerie says, grand day, powerful, royal people. He's representing Westwood. And Twin wants to let y'all know he repping Kroger. So I'm not putting the S on it because that's wrong. Jeannie, good afternoon. Jeannie says, good afternoon, everyone. And happy Thursday to you as well. Let's see. Yeah, it does. This whole show, it just goes downhill. It's like, hello. And then, boom, just off the cliff. Regina, representing Madisonville. Good afternoon, Regina. Lewis in the house, representing Sharonville. All right, Sharonville in the house. Good afternoon, Lewis. Thomas Bullet Shaley. Good afternoon. Sorry, I butchered your name. I feel like I butchered it. I'm sorry. Pamela in the house. Pamela representing North Avondale. Good afternoon. Tanika in the house representing Orlando, Florida. Good afternoon, Tanika. We got McConnell in the house. Good afternoon, McConnell. He's representing wherever he worked from. Logic Slayer says, good afternoon, Your Highness, and everyone. Thank you, Logic Slayer. Somebody doing it right. Logic Slayer representing Gulf Manor. Bonita in the house, representing Roseline. Good afternoon, Bonita. And Jacqueline in the house, representing Evanston. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And what's up, Evanston? Ben, representing Pleasant Ridge. Janice says, oops, you're on. Good afternoon. I was scrolling and stumbled upon you. I like it that way. I don't even know what that means. But good afternoon. Good afternoon, Janice. Got Vanessa in the house. Vanessa, good afternoon, everyone, Vanessa says. Lewis, a.k.a. CK, says, hello, Livingston. I took my old lady to Alabama Fish Bar last night. All right. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Fames, Emanuel, if you were to rule or govern a certain industry, all inside the chat would be in misery. No one would get along nor sing a song because everyone be singing for the king. Am I wrong? I'm not. Is that like you saying, is that from a song or something? Are you quoting me lyrics to a song? I'm not sure. This is a hate safe space. I don't know what that means either. Diane representing Covington. Good afternoon, Diane. I appreciate you. We got Brent in the house representing Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon. Let's see. Myosha checking in from the bad part of Avondale. Whatever. Everybody know you rich. You're not fooling nobody. Nikki in the house. Good afternoon, Nikki. Got, I think I said Phyllis already. You added a smiley face, so it was confusing. Why would you be happy about canceling the show? I was just happy. I was canceling the show, but I wanted y'all to know that even though the show is canceled, everything is fine with me. I'm happy. Come on, think, woman, think. Let's see, Lamont. Oh, no, I don't want to add Lamont to the block list. Lamont says, Grand Day, powerful royal people from Westwood. I thought I already read that. Good afternoon. Let's see. Preston said yesterday he had a 3-hour void in his life. Oh my goodness. From you not having a show. Wow. I'm not even home for 3 hours. But, you know, I had stuff I had to do. Brenda, good afternoon. Brenda's representing Fairfield. Let me see. Is that it? Veronica, good afternoon. Let's see. Ray Walk, good afternoon. He's representing Hamilton. I used to live in Hamilton. I don't know what that means. Why do I say that when people represent places or, you know, whatever? I'm not like exceptionally proud that I used to live in Hamilton. I don't know. It's just creating that connection. You are in Hamilton. I used to live in Hamilton. So we have something in common. I don't know why people do it. I think it does. Yeah, it creates a connection. Mike Ballard in the house representing Fort Wright, Kentucky. All right. Let me see. Jerika in the house. Always speaking German. Hola mi familia. Good afternoon, Jerika. Tria. Oh, let me see. Tria. She says Lamont and Valerie are conjoined twins. It seems like it. Oh, let's see. Brenda in the house. Brenda says hola as well. All these German-speaking people. Let me see. I listened back to the end of Lincoln's Tuesday show, and his cussing skills suck. Okay. Brian representing Glendale. He at the stove. All right. We got Crystal Smith in the house representing Hamilton. You know, I used to live in Hamilton. I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Ashley, celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary. Oh, well, congratulations. And she's representing Fairfield. All right, congratulations. Jason also checking in, representing Fairfield. Good afternoon, Jason. All right. Now, I got a few things. See, here's one of the things of being one of the last shows is I listen to Lincoln almost every day. I listen to Wyatt almost every day. And then they say what they say about whatever it is that they want to talk about. And I hear stuff that either I agree with or that vex me. And then I get to respond to them if I feel like it, if I need to. Let me say that daggone Charlie Winburn is hilarious. Yeah, I don't care what y'all say. Charlie Winburn is hilarious. As many times as he said, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" I was cracking up. I was infuriated just a little bit. Like, yeah, and we ready. And every time he would say, "Are you ready?" you would think he was about to say it, but then he would go to do some more qualifying. It was kind of funny to me. So there's that. I do think what Winburn was saying was simple. Like, look, the union lady, I don't know why I can't remember her name right now, Dillingham, Michelle Dunn Dillingham. One of the things she said when she came on, the complaint was that the superintendent is spending all this money from outside, or giving money basically to all these people outside the city. And that doesn't help the city's economy. And I think what Winburn was trying to stress with the point that he made about teachers not living in the city, and the the physical lady. At one point he called her, he was trying to say fiscal, but he said physical. So the physical lady who live in Indiana apparently. And his point is, hold on, if your complaint about the superintendent is that money is going out of the city of Cincinnati, and we're against the school district spending money that goes outside of the city of Cincinnati, then shouldn't you be worried about salaries that are going outside of the city of Cincinnati too? Because a whole lot of teachers don't live in the city of Cincinnati. So I think that was the point that he was trying to make. To say, if you using it, because it really did kind of sound like a made up excuse for why you got beef with the superintendent. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I am not as plugged into CPS as I could be. I don't have a child in CPS. I don't have a grandchild in CPS. And so I don't plug in as much as I could. I don't know if things are getting better or if things are getting worse. I don't know. But I do know the superintendent hasn't been there long enough to make a significant difference one way or the other. She just hasn't. She just hasn't. It's a big district. It's a lot of stuff going on. And she hasn't been there long enough to, for you to step back and look at it and say, okay, are things getting better or are things getting worse under you? And I hear them complaining, the school, some of the teachers and whatnot, I hear them calling in complaining. Well, she's removing some of these programs that help people. But is she putting anything in their place? Or maybe y'all thought that the programs did a little bit more than they actually did, and she did some sort of assessment, and she's like, they might help a few people, but not enough to justify the cost. Or, whatever the case may be. We don't know. Y'all on the inside, maybe y'all know, or maybe y'all have an idea. But I don't know that it's fair to say, well, things might be getting a little better, but they're fudging the numbers. But she's not good because she's taking away these programs that help these people, when you can't definitively say that taking away those programs are hurting other children, especially if the numbers are actually improving. If the numbers are actually improving without those programs that apparently she's taken away, maybe they weren't necessary. Maybe. Well, yeah, but she's hiring these people and they're making six figures. Look, I know how that can be annoying. I know how being a grunt worker, making a little bit of money, but then looking at other people making a lot of money can be bothersome. I've experienced it. I won't say where, but I worked at a place with a guy making roughly $250,000 a year, and I was making $20-something thousand, and I did more work than he did. Matter of fact, I made it possible for him to do the work that he did. So I know it could irritate you. And then he liked to pretend that he didn't make money. If people know how much money you make, then they not gonna like you. But I'm not saying where it was or who it was. I'm just saying I did work at a place. Don't draw any conclusions. So I understand that could be annoying. But still, that's not a reason to advocate for somebody to lose their job because they making more money than you. And that's really what it kind of seemed like. Like, she making more money. She hiring all of these other people and they making more money. And she not doing what we think she should do. That's what it sound like. Again, that's from the outside looking in. That's from the outside looking in. So I understood what Winburn, or at least I think I understood what Winburn was saying. Like, you got all these other things, but then you bring up, well, she's spending money with outside people. A whole lot of outside money is going to people that work there. So if you got problems with that, then get rid of all the outside teachers. Only hire people who live in the city. It's not necessarily a great complaint to have, given y'all current situation. All right? But that's that. Look, again, I'm not as plugged in, so I don't have all of this and all of that. I'm not going to say that it's racial, because if I've learned nothing else since, what is this, 2024? Since 2023, I've learned that racism don't exist. So it's definitely not racism. It's definitely 112% not racism, because racism doesn't exist. Period. Hold on. Let me look something up, because I didn't have an opportunity. Again, y'all know when I come in, I come straight down the stairs, and see, that was, my stomach is growling. Did I eat today? I don't think I ate anything today. Can y'all hear my stomach growling? Oh, come on. This slow computer. Where is it? Where's the story? There it is. I saw this story, and then I see where Nate posted something about it. Ann Coulter. For those of you who don't know Ann Coulter, she's a conservative pundit. A conservative pundit. I mean, I guess that's a way to put it. I would have kind of classified her slightly differently. But she told Vivek Ramaswamy that she would not vote for him because he's Indian. Yeah. Like, she told him that to his face. Hold on, I'm waiting for this thing to pop up so that I can get to it. Hold on, let's do this. Y'all might hear a commercial pop in.
There's an N in the offline sense of it. It's Ann Coulter. So, Ann, thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Me too. Thanks for having me. That was a fantastic opening monologue. I, too, am a fan of yours. So I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American Black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that. And it's directly related to what you were just talking about. You know, the thing.
Yeah. She told him she would not have voted for it. She agreed with a lot of what he said. But she would not have voted for him because he's an Indian. And you can believe she meant it. But, again, that is not racism. Racism does not exist. You can call her a bigot or say she's prejudiced, but it's not racism because racism does not exist. And his response to her, not necessarily on the podcast, was, and I'll read it, at Ann Coulter, I'll put it up on the screen actually, if y'all can see that. At Ann Coulter told me flat out to my face that she couldn't vote for me, quote, because you're an Indian, even though she agrees with me more than most other candidates. I disagree with her, but respect she had the guts to speak her mind. That's that bullshit I be talking about. That's what I be talking about. What is wrong with people? People always have to, I'm sorry, you couldn't come at me with that. And me like, oh, but I respect you because you had the guts to say it to my face. Now we got beef. We got beef. Carolyn says, take that back, Emanuel. I'm trying to hear what she said about us. Yeah, shit. I think sometimes it's stuff like this is why certain people feel empowered, emboldened to say some of the stuff that they say. I disagree with her, but respect that she had the guts to speak her mind. So somebody call you, you know what I'm saying? Just for example, some prejudiced white person calls you an N, and you're like, I respect that you would say that to my face. Because some people say it behind your back, but I'm glad that you said it to my face. Where do these people, you're not helping the situation when you do that. You're not helping the situation when you do that. Look, Ann Coulter gonna be Ann Coulter. Again, she's not racist. Racism does not exist anymore. But Ann Coulter gonna be Ann Coulter. But you gotta pretend like it's fine. It's cool. Oh, I respect her. I respect you. You said it. I respect that you said it out loud. Come on. Now, I kind of understand it from him because he is trying to move in that space. So I kind of understand it from him. Him and Tim Scott, they got to endure whatever they got to endure because they want to be accepted by those people so bad that it don't matter what is said to them. It remind me of Sensible Don. Y'all might not remember Sensible Don. Sensible Don was a caller and a listener to Cincinnati Talk Radio. He called everybody. He listened to everybody. But he was such an apologist for racism, because that was when racism actually existed. It don't exist no more. But he was such an apologist for racism. And I remember him being on 700. I can't remember if he was on Cunningham's show or whose show he was on. And I remember one of his biggest points was, and I mean, he prided himself in this, was, I don't mind being called the N-word. And I remember him being on, Shahara says, I remember him. What happened to him? He's dead. I remember him being on the show and saying to them, I don't care if y'all call me N. Go ahead. Go ahead and say it. I don't care. I don't mind. You can say it. No, go ahead. Say it. They wouldn't say it. And he was basically begging them to call him an N. I don't mind. Go ahead. You can say it. You can say it. Go ahead. Just say it. You can call me that. I'm like, really? That's, you proud of that? So there are certain people that there's nothing you're going to say. Because they want so bad to be accepted. They want so bad to be accepted, you could say anything. I'm glad you called me in. So I understand Ramaswamy, but, just for the record, y'all, and this ain't for most of y'all, because most of y'all are actually slightly still under the impression that racism exists. It doesn't. But bigotry still exists. Prejudice still exists. Racism, no. But no matter how badly you want to be accepted, people calling you ins and, treating you like that, they're not going to ever accept you. Ever. And you can, I like to say, you can make yourself as small as you want in their eyes. They still not going to accept you. They still not going to accept you. So complimenting people for their bigotry, it's not going to win them over. But I saw that story and it made me think about Sensible Don, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad for the likes of Tim Scott and Vivek Ramaswamy and Candace Owens and all of those people. I get sad when I watch them perform for them. I guess that's it about that. Wyatt. I'm listening to Wyatt's show, and Wyatt's giving some good commentary about things, how things are changing and different, and, not necessarily, I don't want to mischaracterize what he was saying, because I agreed almost 100% with what he was saying. Almost 100%. Stop making excuses for these bad A kids out here doing stuff. They don't need excuses. They need consequences and punishment. They need deterrence. Stop making excuses for them. And I was winning. Like, I have to agree with this dude. He on point. They doing what they doing, and the fact that some people like to make excuses for them is a part of why they continue to do what they do. I'm like, he right. He right. And even when you try your best to help them and to understand them and all of that kind of stuff, you really are kind of still making excuses for them. Like, oh, he hungry and he don't feel safe in his neighborhood. And so you coddling him because of this, and you making these excuses. And while you think you being helpful, you're not being helpful. You're basically reinforcing the bad behavior. If I'm out here, I'm going to just say breaking into cars, and you like, oh, he only breaking into cars because he's hungry. Here's a sandwich and a pop. You just rewarded me for breaking into cars. I'm going to break into some more cars. Why would you break into some more cars? I was breaking into cars, and guess what I got? A sandwich and a pop. I got a sandwich and a pop. I got understanding. I got, what I'm saying? I was winning when he was talking about the kids. And then somebody sent him a message and said, but the cops be seeing this stuff and they don't do nothing. They sit around in UDF texting each other all day. And then, in my opinion, he totally flipped and started making excuses for the cops. Well, see, but the environment has been created where cops don't feel safe. If the cops go and put their hands on the guy, then the cop gonna be a bad guy. I'm like, hold on. So we can understand why cops either don't do their job or act inappropriately. We can understand that. But there's no excuse for the kids. No excuse. Well, but the environment has been created. You're making excuses for kids. And that's the problem. We make excuses for kids. All right, well, cops ain't doing what they supposed to do. Well, what you expect? Look at the environment. Hold on, but you're making excuses for police. If you don't want to do the job, don't take the job. If you don't want to do the job appropriately, don't take the job. If you're worried about what people thinking about you, don't take the job. But we can't say no excuses for kids. No, that's not my impersonation. I don't do impersonations. We can't say no excuses for kids. And then follow that up like that with excuses for cops. Again, I'm 100% don't make excuses for these children and their bad behavior. There is no excuse for it. There is no excuse for it. Kids out there doing things that they know they ain't got no business doing, they're wrong. But guess what? And this be my biggest beef with y'all. This be my biggest beef with some of y'all. Y'all don't understand what y'all doing when y'all are empowering law enforcement to do bad things and make bad decisions. Y'all don't think y'all are. But just like he was saying, the people giving out the pops and the sandwiches are kind of emboldening these young people to make bad decisions because they making excuses for them. Same with people when they do it to cops. And we talk about, well, what they need is accountability. What they need is punishment. What they need is deterrent. Guess who lacks accountability? Law enforcement. Come on, y'all know law enforcement do something. They investigate themselves. They find that they did nothing wrong. Maybe they get, desk duty. Maybe they get, 2 days of, but they right back out there on the street. Oh, you get 2 days without pay, so you got to take 2 vacation days. So you don't actually not get paid. You just have to use your vacation time that you've been stocking up. I don't think it's fair to say to young kids, you need to be held accountable for your actions, and there should be some sort of punishment that acts as an actual deterrent. So what about bad cops? See, bad cops. See, there's a reason why it's bad cops, see? Because Ben Crump is out there, see? And if it wasn't for Ben Crump, it wouldn't be no bad cops. It's a reason for bad cops because the environment has been set where cops is just, kind of incentivized to not do their job because the way people think about them. All these excuses for why it's okay for police to not do their jobs. What about we use the same standard across the board? And it's crazy to me that we want to hold kids to a higher standard than cops. I'm not here saying all cops are bad. I don't believe that. I think the majority of them are. But I don't think all of them are. And I'll and I'll explain why I think the majority of them are. I will explain that. But give me a minute. To say it wasn't said, because the actual assertion by people like Ed, I see you on here, Ed, what's up? Ed was saying, oh, he not making excuses. He not making excuses. He just telling you the reasons. But if I tell you the reasons why young people is breaking into cars, oh, you making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I mean, think about how that sounds. Oh, they was up there fighting in the drive-thru at McDonald's. And I'm like, hold on. But you don't know the reason why they was fighting. What would you say? What would you say? It don't matter why they was fighting. They know it's wrong. Well, but what if I told you that one of them called the other one a bad name, and said something about his mama? See, what about the reason? Emanuel, you making excuses. No, I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you the reason. You making excuses. It's the same with cops. And again, it wasn't, the conversation was about cops who aren't doing their job. Cops who aren't doing their job. Well, but there's a reason for that. Sounds like an excuse is about to happen. Not making excuses. I'm not making excuses. He didn't say that. I'm not making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to get you to understand the reason. That's you making excuses. Bad is bad. And whether it's kids doing bad or cops doing bad, and again, we want consequences. We want deterrence. Where is the deterrent for law enforcement to do their job? If the admission is, look, I understand you're right. It's a whole lot of cops out here who ain't gonna do their job. They are not gonna get involved. When they see kids doing bad stuff, they gonna stand back and say, ooh, I ain't doing nothing. That's not doing your job. And if that's how you feel, get off the police force. Go get another job. A lot of them ain't gonna do that because policing pay really well. But don't make excuses for cops if you got beef with people making excuses for kids. Now, if you're okay with people making excuses for kids, then I guess I have to be okay with you making excuses for cops. If you okay with kids getting in trouble and be let out the next day before the ink is dry on the complaint, then you got to be, I guess, okay with cops doing bad stuff and not getting any punishment, being told that there was no, what do they call it when they investigate and they say that the incident is, that the complaint ain't credible or whatever. Believe it or not, it's kind of the same thing. This one group is young, and the other group is older and has actually taken an oath to uphold the law and the Constitution. They both act out of line sometimes. Both groups act out of line sometimes, and both groups don't end up being held accountable in any sort of significant way that would deter other people in that group from doing the same types of things. But I heard that, again, I was 100%, I was with him. Like, he preaching. Well, everything he's saying is true. Everything he's saying is true. You can't, you could dispute it because a lot of it was opinion. But I agreed with it. But then somebody brought up police and the excuses just started flowing. And then somehow we brought up migrants. I don't know how migrants got involved in the conversation about holding police accountable. Well, what about them migrants who beat up the police in New York? Like, migrants? Where did migrants come from? Like, Wyatt, you my man, Wyatt. You my man. I'm telling you, Wyatt is Wyatt. I'm down with Wyatt. I like his show. I agree with a lot of what he had to say. Y'all know I disagree with some of the stuff, but I agree with a lot of what he had to say. But I was like, where did migrants? Where did I heard that before? Like, we was having a conversation about something, and then what about migrants? And I'm like, whoa. We just throw some migrants in there and you win. Migrants is the big joker now. It's the big joker. Whatever the conversation is. The school. The kids ain't getting a good education. What? Migrants. What? Yeah, we got so many migrants in the school that they can't teach the kids right because of all of the migrants. Oh, migrants, you win. Big joker. You can't argue with migrants. He said migrants. You can't argue. He won. Hold police accountable. Migrants. What? Didn't you see in New York where the migrants jumped the police? I didn't hear nobody speaking up for the police. Like, oh, you said migrants. Big joker. You win. You win. Big joker. Can't beat the big joker. But I don't know. I'm seeing stuff. I'm hearing stuff. As always, I keep telling you, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. Anybody who think I might have the answers, something wrong with you. I don't have the answers. Right. That is. That's why the body wash is locked up. Migrants. They done already made up their mind that that's what they're going to say if Donald Trump loses. Migrants are voting. It's migrants. So, Mr. Trump, you lost. I didn't lose. What do you mean you didn't lose? Migrants. Big joker. He got me. I saw a story today. Where was that? Hold on. Let me see if I can. No, that's not it. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. Still Speaker of the House. Mike Johnson was talking about illegal migrants voting. And basically he was asked, you got any proof that illegal migrants are voting in federal elections? And his response was something on the line of, it's not provable. Wait a minute. Wait. You making an argument that nobody can dispute because it's not provable? That's convenient. That's convenient as hell. Why did you lose? Illegal migrants voted. How you know illegal migrants voted? Show me some proof. It's not provable. But it happened. Migrants. Oh, let me see if I can find that story. Because somebody going to say I'm making it up, that he didn't say that. If I don't present the story. Excuse me. Washington Post ain't going to pull up here. Here's the exact quote. We all know intuitively. Hold on, let me put it on the screen so y'all can see. Did they? Here it is. The quote right there. We all know intuitively that a lot of illegals are voting in federal elections, but it's not something that's easily provable. We don't have that number. We just intuitively, we know it. You can't prove it, but we know it's happening. Migrants. Oh yeah, it's the big joker. It's the big joker. You and me get into any argument. You're going to be able to win. At least they think they winning when they throw out migrants. And with some people, I'm sure a lot of people, they are. That's a win. He said migrants. Damn it. Got me. What's the comeback for migrants? How can we make migrants the little joker so that we have a big joker? Because you would think that migrants would be the little joker. Like, Mr. Trump, you lost. Migrants. Little joker. Guess what? Big joker. Prove it. You know what I'm saying? You would think that would be the big joker. Prove it. But it's not. Because they basically say, yeah, you ain't got to prove it. We all know. Twin.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Twin?
I'm all right so far, man.
Oh, all right.
I'm just tired a little bit. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Twin. I'm doing really good.
I'm at work now, opening the dairy cooler, man. It's a disaster.
Hold on, you say you're at work opening what?
I opened the dairy cooler. It's a disaster in there, man.
Oh, the dairy cooler.
Hurricane Andrews came through there or something, man.
I thought you said Dairy Queen initially.
No, you know why I said dairy cooler.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Dairy Queen.
Did you? Hold on.
Yeah, you missed the correction.
Hold on. Did you mess up the dairy cooler?
No. Yeah, somebody called off.
What?
Somebody called off first.
Oh, you got me on speaker or something. I understand dairy cooler. I get it. But that's why I might have to ask you a couple times what you say because you kind of trail off sometime when you're talking.
Well, I got these earbuds in my ear, man. And I was looking at some on my phone.
What kind of earbud? I keep trying to get to this. What kind of earbuds are you using?
I forgot the name of it. Ain't no cheap stuff when you trying.
So they're not, but they're not like. Are you a Apple guy or are you an Android guy?
I'm an Android. Hell with that iPhone stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. You using some earbuds that's for Android totally explains it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, with this issue they keep talking about the kids, man. I'm about to take you off this earphone. Okay? Hold on. Can you hear me now, man?
Yes, sir.
With this school, there's conflict, man. First you had Alicia Reed them back and forth. Now you got the superintendent back and forth. Then you got two preachers in the middle that can't solve this conflict. Charlie Winburn and Bishop Spock and everything. Why? I just bring it up again. Why is it that Cincinnati don't appreciate out-of-towners, man, on any level? People been here 40 years on a force or whatever in their position, 20-year budget. When an outsider come in, it's a problem. Then especially black. Oh, she trying to do this. She trying to do that. What you think a football coach or basketball coach, any coach, they ain't gonna keep the same assistant on the team. They gonna change it up, right, Emanuel?
I would imagine.
Right. Y'all had a losing season for the last 40 years. Now she about to try to win y'all championship for the first time. Y'all can get this lady credit, man. She only been here, 2 years? It takes time, and with everything changing, man, first thing. Back then, man, kids used to get the ass beat, man. I remember I got beat Emanuel in school for showing out, and they talked about me a whole school year and everything, because I got beat showing out in front of school. My mom said, "You shot again, I'm going to come up there." I ain't believe it. Man, that Trun all of a sudden called and said, "I'm bringing Twin home." Oh, what? Okay, she surprised me, man. It was 2 hours before school. Right, just got through eating lunch. Wop, 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 wop. School, it wasn't no DCFS and all that back then. Unless you really, really was broken into. But
yeah. Showing out, would always get you a whooping.
I'm, being a class clown type and everything. So she surprised me and everything. Hey, man, the government took that away. When they took that away, oh, you abusing your kid. Matter of fact, we go fix that problem. You ain't abusing. Just put some he kind of got a mental problem. We go hit him with this ADHD medicine and everything. That's the new whooping right there. Man, this whole system is messed up. You want us to beat our child at first. Now you saying my son crazy and all that. That nigga ain't crazy and everything. Y'all want to make sure y'all try to see is he crazy. He ain't crazy. He know right from wrong.
Twin,
or whatever.
Twin, can I push back?
Yeah.
Can I push back on you just a little bit?
Here we go, Mr. Extra. Go ahead, man.
Hold on. If you don't want me to push back, I won't. I want to be extra. I want to be just enough. So I'm asking, can I push back?
Come on, man.
Okay. Is it that they don't want you to whoop your kids, or is it that they just want you to raise your kids right to the point that you don't have to be whooping them when they're in high school? You know what I'm saying? They want you to do a great job of teaching and training your kids from before birth.
We was doing that, Emmanuel. I'm talking about my generation. This new generation, I don't understand this. This new, I understand it. I take that back. They took the guidance and structure out the black community, man.
They took the what out the black community?
The guidance and stuff. To guide these kids to the right direction, man. They broke that up.
Who and how?
The government, man.
How?
The government.
How?
Reason why I say that, when I was growing up and I was in the gang, we was taught and everything how to do this and how to do that. Be respectful and all that, regardless of the shooting and all that other extra stuff. Yeah, but when the government stepped in, you beating your kids and stuff too much. We go hook you up. The new whooping is the ADHD medicine now. And then if you want to keep that check, if you want to continue to keep that check, you got to say he crazy. And that's how it is. The government took control of it, man. When the gang leaders, whatever, this go all across the United States. When the gang leaders was involved and they was about to come into a peace treaty on every gang level, that's when the government went down. Oh no, these niggas ain't about to change nothing. That's when they started locking leaders up, man. It's all across the board. Y'all don't see Cincinnati because y'all not a gang banging city.
Right.
Whatever. But it's a lot of GDs and a lot of brothers I know from Cincinnati that I knew in Chicago that was up there when I was in Chicago. I know a lot of guys from here that's GDs.
But don't.
That was born and raised in Cincinnati. Man, the government fucked everything up, man. I don't care what you, Lincoln, whoever else say, or whatever you politician-ass people. Well, let me talk for a minute, man, because I'm tired of this mess, man.
I'm just going to ask you a question.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. What about, having responsible parents in the home so that the kid don't ever feel the need to go join a gang?
Man, let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
You a square, neutron. I'm a GD.
If you say so.
You from the burbs, man. I'm from the Inglewood.
I'm not from the burbs, but okay.
I'm saying you from suburbs, man. If you quit being extra, I'm trying to get my point across.
Okay, you're saying hypothetically speaking. Okay.
Come on, man. Quit being all goofy all the time. Be serious, man.
I'm being serious. You're telling me that I'm from somewhere that I'm not, so I'm trying to say, okay, you're not specifically speaking about me. You're saying hypothetically speaking. Go ahead.
Okay, we know it's hypothetically speaking.
I didn't know.
Quit cutting me off like the damn light company, man. Come on, man. My God. Yeah. So you from the bird? I'm from Inglewood. you being around me, the other gangs go think you affiliated with it. So that's what I'm saying. So some people, you see, you made me lose my train of thoughts, man. My point that I want to make.
Well,
So,
we were talking about having fathers and responsible parenting in the home.
Yeah, it was always because I grew up in a good home, whatever. But when I saw my brothers and them, and my other guys get money, I want to get money or whatever. My intention wasn't to go shoot nobody or whatever. But if I join the gang or whatever, and they shooting at me, what I'm supposed to do? Shoot back
or not join the gang?
Me? I ain't had no. That's my choice I made. There ain't nobody else's choice.
Right.
That's my choice I made.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's I was around.
But twin, that's the question that I'm asking. Like, instead of putting people in the position where they see gang activity as something positive, have responsible parents there to raise them to understand that that is not a positive thing.
I understand that, man. We have responsible people and stuff and everything in the community. The community was strong in the black community when I was growing up, man. Everything just fell apart, man, when the government took the leader. So you don't y'all lost, man. Cincinnati is 10 years behind. So y'all don't really know. Y'all just know this and that and what people tell y'all go jump to it. Y'all don't know really what's really going on, man. When I be trying to speak to us, somebody try to tell y'all. Y'all don't really be knowing. It's just not really the kids' fault, man. It's the new culture that's here. Man, you tell them, just look at the situation with with, what's his goofy name? Drake and Kendrick Lamar. What's the beef for, man? They ain't nothing but a remake of Tupac and Biggie. But Biggie and them one really, they just wanted them to be beef. They weren't really beefing, man. And stuff, they doing this culture and all that. When only one that really, this stuff ain't really started till Lil Durk and them came out. Chief Keef and all that. Old Block and Lil, what's his name? Lil, what's the gangster name?
I have no idea.
I forgot his name. He died. He got killed on the block or whatever. I forgot when Chief Keef and all them came about. That's when everything started changing. So, man, the government know what's going on, man. They can stop this madness if they want to.
But what I'm trying to say is that the government wouldn't have anything to stop if we had responsible people having children and raising those children responsibly.
Shut their social media stuff down, then. Shut that down for a whole week or two, see what happens.
What?
You get some act right then. If you shut their social media and all that and take out all this little rapping that's going on YouTube, iTunes, whatever they play it at, Spotify,
but
shut all that stuff down.
But wouldn't that take responsible parents to see the influence that the social media is having on their child and shut it down?
You will see what's going on. You'll see what's going on. When Lil Durk and I know, I'm from Old Block, I'll put the 4-4 to your head. Trays up. Fuck the GDs and all that. And then that's when people draw off of, man. Damn, he said, fuck the GDs? Damn. But then that's how it be rival. And then here comes Cincinnati. Fuck the GDs. We bloods over here. Nigga, when you was a blood. I say, who your leader? Spitzenali. What blood stands for? Then you going with that goofy. No, what it stands for, goof? Because you go to the joint or anybody else said, see, they go check your ass. Oh, twin, you don't know. All right, man. I don't know. I ain't no blood, but I know a little law what it stands for. Shit. I'm just saying, man, you shut all that stuff down, see what happened, man.
Okay.
Kids will be all right, then.
Right. We're talking about two different things. I'm talking about a child from birth. You're talking about a person that's already immersed in gang life.
I'm not talking about, you said responsibility, man. We do got it is responsibility. It's sometimes ain't the kid's fault. Sometimes, I mean the parents' fault. It's these social media stuff, man. Me Too ass for Me Too ass people. But then
ain't that the parents' fault? Like, okay, the little baby over here, she's 6 years old. If she caught up in social media, guess who fault that is? Her mama, her daddy, me.
I understand all that, but why the government letting them promote all this? Just like that one dude, just like that one Jew dude. He said, I can't do that. My family got to eat. When he went on the Breakfast Club, I forgot Liar Conan, whatever his damn name is. He went on the Breakfast. He said, I can't do that. He can't, because Charlamagne said, it's a way you can stop. He said, I can't do it. My family got to eat. What they tell you right there, man, we want to keep this stuff going.
Right, but
sometimes it ain't the.
I'm saying
man, sometimes it ain't the. Man, you chastise your kid right now. What they'll do? Call that 248 number, whatever's down here.
No,
DTFS?
no. If I whoop that little baby right now, if I bring her over here, if I bring her over here and whoop her little behind right here, right now, guess what's gonna happen? She gonna cry, and she gonna look at me mean for a couple hours.
Some kids ain't like that, man. Some kids ain't like that, right? You go down there and touch one of them shorties now.
That's because their parents haven't raised them that way.
Don't raise right, man. They doping them kids up with that medicine. They raise right. And sometimes they don't want you to raise. They keep their check flowing. Them kids, they raise right, man.
I'm not sure that they are.
Not all, but some of them is, man. Ain't no right from wrong, man. It's just social media and everything. Me Too ass nigga. Oh, he got Gucci. Oh, I'm going to get the other Gucci. Oh, she got that wig. I'm going to get the other lace front. Me Too ass nigga, man. Monkey see, monkey do. That's how it is now, man.
And again, we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about when
all in the mix.
I'm talking about when a child is born. Raising that child to where they are not influenced by that stuff. That takes work. Depends. You have to put work in to create a child that's not influenced by all of that stuff that you're talking about. And that takes responsible parents who are also not influenced by all of that stuff, or at the very least who understands that that is negative to be influenced by all of that stuff.
Man, some parents raise their kids right, some don't, man. Some still think they best friends with their parents. It's a man mentality, man. Some people can raise their kids right, but some people still think they childish out here. If that's their best friend, they friends with their own kids. I never would want to do that, smoking with my kids, drinking with my kids. I never did that. I never drunk or smoked around my mama. But I feel like I still, regardless I was 21 or whatever, I feel like I was still a kid, but I had respect, though. I never cussed or did, sold drugs in front of them or anything. I always did it on the side. I mean, they knew what was going on, but I took heat to my mom, but my daddy, the one, I saw him, but she knew what I was doing. They both knew. But, hey, I got to get money. But you do got some responsibility, but you just can't. I ain't just go keep on blaming them kids, man. It's something that the government got to do, too. You just can't keep blaming these kids for all this shit.
I agree. It all plays into it. I agree.
Yeah, man. And they allowing this stuff to happen. So this what you get. Yeah, that's all I really had to say. I want to. You see that what that pastor did, man? Was he wrong? I don't know if you saw it yet.
I did see it. I don't know if he was wrong. And I meant to talk about that. I was going to talk about that yesterday. But, of course, I didn't come on. I don't know if he was wrong, but I definitely think he's wrong now. I think going on and talking about it and basically putting that lady out there, and, of course, she don't have a platform to tell her story nationally. And I think what he's doing now is wrong. Even if what he did at the time was right, what he's doing now is wrong.
Yeah, because he should have. If you got the Holy Spirit, you feel God, man. God said you can worship Him any time, any day, any hour, whatever. If you feel the Holy Spirit, whatever, I understand it. But you up there pump faking out there for attention. You might want to go get on Apollo somewhere. But he was out of order. So I remember this preacher, though, man. It was nationwide. Dude kept coming in there and stuff just like a girl. And the pastor's like, not today. He go check him. And he checked him, man. He got backfire from it, backlash, and people came up there. He wasn't wrong for that, man. But he said, you a man, you go come up in here like a man. You a woman, you go come up in here like a woman. The Bible, the Bible say come as you are. That's wrong. People read it wrong. It ain't come as you are. It's basically saying come as you are. You got the church is really for mental illness, a helper, man. That's what it is. And everything, a makeover, whatever. It ain't say come in there with, looking like a girl or looking like a boy or whatever. People here got that all twisted into stuff. Come as you are. You're a drunk, you want to get healed, or you prostitute, whatever your situation is, you feeling down and out, come get help. We'll pray for you. Seek counsel or whatever, the issue may be, man. But I think he was dead wrong. She feeling God, man. Let her feel God, man. You was out your body for that, but you wasn't about your body when you asked for that collection plate. You was dead on it. And the ATM in the hallway. It's crazy how society is, man. That's why you got to keep praying out here for folks, man. Whether you love them or hate them, whatever the situation is, man. I don't know. I just hope we get it together.
Hey.
Start focusing on everyday Trump issues and they focus on these kids, man. Like I said, it wasn't all about just putting a skate ring down. It can be more than a skate ring, man. Something some excitement, man. Some we gonna go there every week and stuff. As long as there ain't no fighting and all that, it ain't all about, skate ring or whatever. That's why kids, ain't loved because people don't, really sit down and talk to them, man. Only thing they know is I'm gonna blow the school up, fuck these bitches all day, get money and all that extra. Man, go on with that goofy stuff, man. But you can't even, no Booker T. Washington, Emmett Till, none of that, man. But Sexy Red, ski, all that extra shit. So you ask who Martin Luther King, who is that? Damn, dude, you don't know Marty Martin? So, man, that's all it is. It's crazy, man. Then the school system, they don't teach you like we do, man. Oh, here's the laptop. Open it up. Your mother reading on the fourth grade level, but you passing, though. I know she was crazy. She been had a problem in school. And you passed it? I was shocked by my peers and stuff. A couple of them, and he dumb as a box of rocks. This motherfucker don't graduate. I knew you cheated. I hate to say it, but it is what it is, man. All right, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just, man, it's crazy out here, man. I ain't even go laugh out. It's crazy, man.
All right.
All right, man. I know I'll talk to you long. I'm trying to go.
And I was trying to not be extra.
Oh, we already know, man. That's blooded up in you, man. Burnt up in you now. Shit, tattooed all the way up. You extra.
Yeah, I want to be just enough. I want to be just enough.
No. That's just enough. It's ran over, man. It's over. Somebody needs to take the bucket from it. It's a leak and stuff.
All right. All right, Twin.
All right, man.
Have a good one. All right. That was Twin. Oh. CK.
Hey, how you doing, man? Livingston.
I'm doing all right, CK.
Man, that's a good ass call. I heard that, man. Like you said, what you say, all of them, 95%. Like you said, 95% of them bad. The police department.
I think a great portion of them, 90+%, yes.
Yeah, because
hold on. Let me explain why I say that, because I said I would explain that. I don't think that the bad cop, the only cop that's a bad cop ain't the cop beating somebody. The cop that watched the cop beat somebody and don't stop him is a bad cop. Or don't report it. You a bad cop. Or know that he lied on a report. And don't say nothing about it. You a bad cop. If you are seeing anything wrong and you're a police officer and you are not sounding the alarm, you are a bad cop because you took an oath to uphold the law and defend the Constitution. So you're not like me. I ain't take no oath. But if you took the oath and you take the money, then you are held to that standard. And if you don't live up to that standard, I think you're a bad cop. And I know too many police officers who see stuff and don't say nothing because they don't want to deal with the repercussions of, telling. But there's a no snitching culture in policing as well. And so they don't want to deal with the repercussions of telling. Well, guess what? You're a bad cop because that's not what you swore to do. So that's why I say the majority of them are bad.
Yeah, like you said, no snitching. They taught us how to do it, how to not snitch. We learned that from the law enforcement. You know what I mean? We didn't teach them how to not snitch, too. You know what I mean? The egg having the hatch. What is it?
I don't know.
Yep.
But yes.
But you got to remember, the reason why all of them is bad, not all of them, but most of them is bad, 98%, between 95 and 98%, is because human nature is not built for that type of power. You're going to have a, what they call it, overpower, what they call that stuff? A power?
The egg.
You got,
Nothing.
What's it called, King of Talk?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't tell you.
When you got too much power as a person, like you got,
It's called, what, having too much power?
But it's a
I can't look. I had 17th degree COVID. I can't pull up words for myself. I definitely can't reach inside of you and pull up words. So let's just call it having too much power.
Having too much power is, the human can't take it. You know what I mean? So we abuse it naturally. It's like if they just made you president today of America. Come on now. 60 days you threw out here.
Me? Not me, but maybe most people, yeah.
No, of course not you. That's what the other person said. It's never not you. Everybody that takes the position is just like you. That's what you got to realize. They're no different than you. Right? They're human just like. So, no, listen what you just said. You're talking about something you don't even know. You can't even conceive.
Yes,
so
I
it's
can.
easy to say what you, huh?
I can conceive it.
So you can conceive somebody just making you president today.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I can conceive it. It's something wrong. I can conceive it, and I know I would know how to handle it.
How would you know if you've never even been in a position? What experiences give you that type of determination?
You don't have to have been in every position to know your own character and how you would operate in that position. I know my character. So I know I'm not going to get drunk with power. And I know that.
That's it, drunk with power. You said, I'm saying, so you know how you're going to be with a billionaire as a billionaire.
Yes.
So you the chosen one. You know everything that nobody else knows.
I know me.
Without even experience.
I know me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, I can't tell you. I can't tell you every single thing I would buy if I had $1 billion. But I can tell you that there are certain things that I wouldn't do. I know I wouldn't be using it to, do no bad stuff. I wouldn't use that influence or, try to hold money over people's head to try to control them. And I don't know everything that I would do, but I know myself. I know my integrity. So I know that there are certain things that I wouldn't do.
That's fascinating. So I see what you're saying. So you're saying, okay, you make mistakes now. You do bad stuff now.
I don't know
so
about
you
that.
telling me, so you don't do bad things.
What bad things
you
I do?
Everything good.
Yeah.
No, I know. You tell me. You are.
I don't. I don't do bad things.
You don't do bad things. Okay. All right. So you just do the Jesus part 2.
Hold on. Is it so unbelievable that there's people out there who not just walking around doing bad things?
Yes, because you're human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna sin.
Hold on. There's a difference between making mistakes and doing bad things.
Yes. So I'm saying. So you saying when you die, you ain't got no judgment. Everything that went wrong was just an accident. You ain't never did no bullshit.
What I'm telling you is that I don't run around doing bad things to people or bad things, period. I don't do that. Do I do every once in a while, maybe I exceed the speed limit a little bit. Sure. But is that a bad thing? Maybe if you say every little thing that you do is chalked up as a bad thing, then based on that definition, I do bad things. But I think of bad things or things that harm people and, create terrible situations. Those are bad things. I don't do bad things.
No, but I'm saying I think a lot of people that we're talking about that's in the police department did not do bad things until they got the power. So the power is the drug that's making you do the bad things.
But what I'm telling you is I know me, and you give me that power. I'm still not going to do bad things. My goal will never be to harm people, to take advantage of people, to misuse people, to, you know what I'm saying? All of that kind of stuff. I'm not taking nothing from you, and I'm not putting you in a position where I'm creating a situation where you have to take anything from anybody else.
But you do understand, being president, you are kind of compromised where you might have to go against this group to this, where it could be perceived as wicked and evil.
Well,
right?
Now look, you're talking about perception, and here's what I know. If I'm the president, I'm going to do my best to make the best decision for everybody. So one might perceive something as being bad. Sure, somebody's going to, say, oh, that's bad. Whereas somebody else going to be like that same thing, like that's good. So when you're talking about that, stuff like that is subjective. But I'm talking about things that are just objectively bad. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because I'm just saying that I thought that, a lot of these people are corrupted from the power. I don't think they was initially bad people. I think the position that they received turned them into wicked, like a Hitler.
I think I think people who seem good when you give them, one of the things that I've heard a whole lot is that you give people money don't make you. Money just kind of exaggerates who you already are. So, yeah, if I ain't got no money, I don't have the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, go buy hoes and stuff like that. But you give me some extra money, ooh, now I can go buy some hoes. But what about the people who, if they had $1 billion, they wouldn't go buy hoes? You know what I'm saying? So it's like there are a lot of people who, given the power and resources, would be horrible people. But there are also a lot of people who, given power and resources, would still be good people, just with power and resources.
And remember the guy, Barack Obama, he became president in 2008, I believe, 2 terms. He even was compromised. He's a good person, but then after certain things happened, he turned into a straight, he killing folks, bragging about murder. He talked like I wouldn't have thought that was his character. It's like it's something he became when he bragged about the homicide of bin Laden, I believe. That didn't even seem like his type of style. But now you've seen him becoming something else. Bragging about killing somebody. That ain't Barack. So the position turned him into something he wasn't.
I think you might be
talk like that before.
You might be stretching it a little bit with the killing of Osama. I'm not gonna say you might be stretching it a little bit.
You remember how he cut him off? That didn't seem like his character. I mean, when he made that speech, that didn't seem like his character. Nah, this is something different. Yeah, I told you we were going to get that fool, huh? Talk some more shit, nigga, huh? I'm like, Barack don't even talk like that.
He clearly did not say that. He clearly never said that. But I don't remember exactly what his I don't remember exactly his speech, but to me, I don't remember it coming off as bragging, but I can't say because I don't remember. But I think that is slightly, I wouldn't do it. if I had to kill somebody, like if somebody broke in my house right now and I had to, well, not right now because I don't have a gun on me, but if somebody broke in my house and I had to kill them and the police are asking me what happened, the news media is all in my face and they like, well, what happened? I'm going to very regrettably say he broke in my house or she broke in my house. I felt like my family's life was threatened. And so regrettably, I had to kill him. I'm not going to be proud of it. Like, I killed that nigga. You should have seen the way he looked when I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So,
and another thing you're not putting into your equation is the trauma you go through changes who you are. So in your journey to become the person you are, that could turn you to something you're not today.
Why do you want, look, twin,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, CK, I maybe, according to you, I don't think this, I'm special, okay? But I know me. I know who I am, and I know the integrity that I have. And you could make me the president right now, and I'm not going to turn into some corrupt person.
You already corrupt because you're not being honest now. You can't, listen, you're not who you say. You got to be more honest now. You got to be like, look, I knew R. Kelly was fucking them young girls, and I kept listening to him. But Emanuel the type to be like, well, shit, I never knew he was fucking young girls. When they did the Surviving R. Kelly, I just stopped listening to it. No, you bullshit now. Now, if you honest, you'll be like, yeah, I knew what he was doing. I just didn't care.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Using your example, CK, I said I did not know that R. Kelly was doing what he was doing to them young girls. But then at some point, you know what I'm saying, I kind of figured that he probably was. But what did I say?
Yeah, you acting like when you watch the Surviving R. Kelly, well, I can't listen to this guy no more. Why don't you tell the people the truth and be like, I knew what that motherfucker was doing. I
told people the truth. I said I thought that it was irresponsible for us. When I say us and we, that means I'm included. All right?
Community.
So
okay.
I said it was irresponsible for us to empower that guy by continuing to listen to his music. I didn't make no excuses.
Mm-hmm. So you kept listening to him back then?
Yeah. He put out some pretty good music.
Right. Well, yeah. That's why you should listen to him now and use the same sentiment.
But again,
no need to
like I said, I was irresponsible along with a lot of other people. See, I'm not making excuses saying that it was okay. I was irresponsible and in empowering him to do that.
Right. Now you president your work. Like you said.
I already said that years ago.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And I just want the kids to know domestic violence is similar. America never cared about domestic violence until a character named O.J. Simpson case came along. That's when the domestic violence laws came.
That's not true.
No, that's exactly true. When did they say? Hold on. What year did they say if you get caught, somebody going to jail? That happened after because of the OJ.
First, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what year that said, but domestic violence was in the headlines and laws were being made about domestic violence long before OJ got in trouble. I remember that show, The Burning Bed. You remember that?
Burning Bed. Now tell me about it.
The Burning Bed. It was a show. I think Farrah Fawcett was in it, and her husband was abusive, and she ended up burning him up in the bed.
So you saying OJ didn't affect domestic violence laws across America?
I'm not saying the high profile nature of that case may have made some people look at it and say, maybe we can do more. But to assert that there were no domestic violence laws before OJ, that's not true.
After the death of Nicole, California passed a state law. If the police are called, hey, somebody going to jail. And that's still in effect to today.
Okay.
OJ, and that spread across the country. So I'm saying that's the things you got to tell the youth. Stop acting like, tell them how corrupt we are as a nation. America doesn't care about this. They just use OJ to act like they care.
That's
they just
not,
use Michael Vick
no,
to act
stop.
like they care.
That's
about
not true. Look, here's the truth of the matter. Sometimes things are not top of mind, but something comes along to, prick the conscience of the country, and then people look at it and say, you know what? We could do more about that. Not that we didn't want to do anything about it, but we weren't thinking about it. Like, who was thinking about it? But then, while now you got this case that has captured the attention of the entire nation, and now it's making you think about it. Like, well, what can we do to help? That's just the way it happens. It's not
right.
People don't care. It's if it's not top of mind, a lot of times people don't think about it, and so they don't do things to fix things that they could fix. Something has to happen to make them think about it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. It's a great show, and I just want the people to know, you know what I mean? You handled your business. Like you said with them pit bulls. They got Michael Vick. They used the pit bull law to destroy him, then to act like, but I will admit, they did become better dog lovers after Michael Vick. But I'm going to leave you with that, man. Thank you for taking my call, sir.
All right, CK. All right. That's CK. That's CK. And yeah, what he said. All right. He brought it up. That preacher, who Pastor, what's his name? Keon Henderson. And he told that lady, basically, he snapped at that lady and told her to shut up. And some people, they don't know what I'm talking about. Hold on. I got the little YouTube clip. It's a YouTube clip. All right.
Hey. Stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus.
Silence in the name of Jesus. I don't know if he has come out and said this has been a 4-year ongoing situation where they've put her aside and they've talked to her and they've done all of this and they've done all of that. And so some people are like, hey, well, what is he supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And there was one lady who I saw, she posted something on her page like, we so quick to judge before we get the whole story. And then there was a clip of him saying that they did this for 4 years and, blah, blah, blah. And so this is basically what it has come down to. And she like, see now, and I was trying to explain to her before she blocked me. I was trying to explain to her that, guess what? We still don't have the whole story. We still don't have the whole story. Did anybody ask the lady? Ask the lady what was going on. Ask the lady, did they talk to her 4 years? Ask the, you know what I'm saying? We still don't have the whole story. But the reason I say that the guy's wrong right now for coming out and telling that story about the lady is because that's nobody's business. That's nobody's business. I'm sorry, you a pastor. And, people use the whole sheep and shepherd thing, right? You the shepherd, and because people didn't like the way that you handled one of your sheep, you just took that sheep and threw it under the bus. You still supposed to protect the sheep. You're not supposed to defend yourself, throw one of your sheep under the bus. So, all right, everybody wondering, why did you do that? Snapping at people, which is just, I understand why that annoys people. Okay. And all of that. So, okay, people feel however they feel about that. And you want to defend yourself. You could easily have said something along the lines, and I haven't even really given this much thought, but you could really say something along the lines of, I understand that people didn't appreciate the way I did it, but I felt like that was what I needed to do at the time. And that way you ain't trying to put her business out there like, oh, she's just a chronic disturber and blah, blah, blah. And if she's that bad, and I saw somebody else put this up there, why is she up on the stage? If you for 4 years been disrupting my service, and I done talked to you, you know what I'm saying? It's 6 months in, and I'm like, that's disruptive. I'm gonna be like, hey, come here, let me holler at you. Let's rap a taste. All that hollering and screaming, that's not good. It's disruptive to the service. I'm sorry, Pastor. I'm sorry. I'll try to understand. All right, go. Then the next service, okay, I'm sorry. Come here. We 6 months in. I'm like, look, you can't be up on the stage. I'm sorry. You a brilliant singer. You usher in the presence of the Lord. But you also a hollering bitch. And I can't have you up on my stage. So you sit out there with them. It's not going to be 4 years of, oh, she's just been so disruptive for 4 years. Like, come on. I'm not saying he lied. I'm saying I don't know that I believe his story. And even if I do believe his story, I'm wondering about your leadership. Why would you keep putting her out there if she keep being disruptive? And then once you get called out on it, now you got to throw her under the bus. Like, hey, y'all just don't understand. She off the chain. He didn't say this, but this is basically what he said. I know I look bad, but that bitch off the chain, bro. She be hollering and screaming. She been screaming for 4 years. She off the chain. Shahar says, is that the rain? No, that's the little baby over there spinning one of the things on the weight bench. It's not rain. She's just making noise. So yeah, again, there was a better way. There's a better way to handle it then and now. I think he's out of line. And I think people are out of line. People who were saying, well, we shouldn't judge till we get the whole story. And then he come out and give his side of the story. And they like, okay, now we got the whole story. No, you don't. What did the lady say about it? What has she said? What's her side? If you wanted the whole story, what's her side of the story? You ain't got the whole story. Hey, don't do that. You make a noise and it sounds like it's thundering and lightning. But yeah, it just... Don say, what was she crying for? I don't know. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they get whatever. I think a lot of that stuff is performance. People want to be seen. People want to be noticed. I think a lot of it is. I don't, but I can't really say. I can't speak. Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. I think it is, though. I mean, when you really think about it, the Holy Ghost touch you in such a way that you, and somebody can come up and say, but the Holy Ghost stopped. No. You wouldn't be able to stop yourself if you can't help yourself. But that's just me. I could be wrong. But I do think that what he's doing, even coming out and putting that lady out, and it would be different if nobody knew who she was and what she looked like, but we could clearly see her on the video. So it's not like she's some anonymous person that you're talking about. Like, people can look at her and be like, that's Janine. Janine been fucking up in church for 4 years. You see that? So yeah, I think he's out of order in that way. Even if everything he did up to now was perfectly in order, and this is just my opinion, I think he's out of order for putting her out like that. Now, he was singing and she was being loud. This is just my opinion. I think he was singing and he thought he was killing it. And she was being loud. And so it was distracting from people concentrating on how good he could sing. And he didn't want that. Because after he said silence in the name of Jesus or whatever, guess what he did? He wasn't silent. He started back singing. He wanted his voice to be the star of the show, not hers. But that's just my thought and my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. He really just wanted silence in the name of Jesus. Dina says she was damn near howling. And so then what was she doing up there? If she'd been howling for 4 years, why was she still up there 4 years later howling? And again, even if, okay, she's howling and he got to snap at her like she's an animal and, you know, shut her up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But why go on national TV and throw her under the bus? It's a lot more to the story that people don't know. I felt like that was what needed to be done at that moment. And, you know, trust me, I have her best interests and everybody's best interests at heart. You got to put her out. She's a disruption and she's a serial disruptor. And I've been talking to her for 4 years. You don't have to do all of that. As the shepherd, you should protect her. Again, that's just the way I see it. All right, y'all. I got to get ready to get out of here. I'm just looking at some of the comments. Andrea say, if that is how she worships, who is he or anybody to question that? All right. If you got cheated on, will you take her back? No. That was an easy question. No. Because I'm married. And a part of the agreement we made when we got married was that we wouldn't have sex with other people or engage in intimate relationships with other people that are out of bounds. So once you violate that vow, you destroyed the entire agreement. So for me, it's that simple. That simple. LaDonna say, where'd that come from? I don't know, but I don't mind answering. It's been a minute since I did the question and answer thing. I'm not gonna do it today because I really do have to get out of here because I have somewhere that I have to be, and I need to feed the little baby. But that's my take on it, B-Rap. That's simple. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. And I'm not going to say that. I was about to say something totally out of line about that pastor, but I'm not going to say it. And I even apologize for thinking about it. Emanuel Livingston, you sound like a woman who say I'm not going to get married until I'm 21. What? I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what that means. That's my whole answer to that. All right, I had to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Hold on, let me turn some of this stuff off. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. If you are out and about today, or even if not, you can pick up the phone and be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time.